I'm still not convinced. Hello and welcome back to Behind the Wall. NY Racing made their return this weekend in the number 7 Steakhouse Elite Chevy Camaro for the Coca-Cola 600. And I'm honestly not surprised by their results, since they finished 38th with a fuel pump failure. The reason I'm saying I'm not surprised, and I'm not saying that this is a debut, is because this is Team Extreme rebranded. Remember the 44 car that we run from time to time from 2013 to 2015? That was Team Extreme run by Jonathan Cohen. And let's just say they sucked. And I mean they were absolutely horrendous. Even more so than BK Racing. Their first start, which was the Fall Phoenix race in 2012 with David Rudiman, resulted in a 40th place finish following a vibration 28 laps in. Their next few starts in 2013, which were all with Scott Riggs, resulted in DNFs across the board. Never once did they finish better than 41st at all in 2013. I blame this team for ending Riggs' career. They returned in 2014 somehow, and their first race was at Richmond in the 30. This was because they had just acquired the equipment of the 30 from Swan Racing, which had shut down earlier that week. They returned to the 44 with J.J. Ailey for the remainder of the year. And they finally finished a race that year. This occurred at Phoenix, and the next two races they also finished. But keep in mind, it took this team 1.5 years just to finish a race. It was 10 straight races of DNFs. If that ain't something, I don't know what it is. Their last race as Team Extreme was the 2015 Daytona 500 with Reed Sorensen and Golden Corral. They were going to attempt more races that year, but the hauler was still in another hotel. Yeah, someone stole this team's hauler. Wow. Though most of the stuff was eventually recovered, they ultimately never did run another race that season. They didn't run in 2016 or 2017 either, so those who remembered the team assumed it had been shut down. Then it was announced that NY Racing would be attempting the Coke 600, and I was intrigued by this new team. But after doing some digging, I discovered that this was Team Extreme. Jonathan Cohen literally rebranded his team and now has the Tommy Malden Racing number 7 and a sponsor in the form of Steakhouse Elite. You think you can just hide yourself like that? No. So overall, I'm not very excited about this team's return. Maybe if it was a team that performed decently well, I'd be more excited. But when you have a team that performed as badly as they did, I'm less than stellar about their return. I'm glad that they found a sponsor, which is something rare with smaller teams. But just because you rebranded your team doesn't excuse or retcon your past results. So ultimately, this is just another field filler team that no one could care about.